Hello, welcome to Stampin' by Hannah. Thank you for joining me today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK, and I'm so pleased you've joined me for a Friday Techniques video. This week we are looking at coordinating die cut windows. I don't know how well this is going to come across on video, but all of these flowers are die cut on the sheet behind, and then I've coordinatedly die cut the top sheet. So we're going to do exactly the same thing today. I have got a different colourway. I've got Bermuda Bay, this is Calypso Coral, and I have got the gorgeous Petal Palette stamp set and the coordinating petals and moth inlets dies. These do come in the Stampin' Up Spring Summer catalogue. They are a bundle, which means that by buying the dies and the stamp set together, you're saving 10%. And this stamp set is fantastic. It's great. We've got some beautiful florals, we've got some lovely sentiments. You guys know I'm a sucker for fonts, and I just think it's fab. So what we're going to do is I have got a card base in Bermuda Bay. I have got 2 pieces of Whisper White cardstock and a piece of vellum, and they are all cut to the same size, which is the exact my normal card front mat, which is 10 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres, because that fits on my A4 card base perfectly. So let's do some stamping first. So this card's going to look very similar to this one, literally just in a different colour. I am going to grab a piece of scrap paper just because. Oh no, I'm not going to grab scrap paper today because that one is a mess. I'm going to just stamp so I can sacrifice my grid paper. So I need basic black ink, and I have already got my flower stamp on my block, and we are going to stamp this stamp 3 times. So we're going to stamp it once down at the bottom. Oh no! Oh, I'll tell you what, cardstock's got 2 sides for a reason. So make sure that your stamp is nicely inked. We're going to stamp it once at the bottom, once on this side here, and then once more up at the top. And what you need to make sure that kind of everything goes off the edge, because that's how you end up with these kind of nice bits here. You could do it in the middle, but I like the off the edge look. And it doesn't matter kind of whereabouts you position your stamps, but you do need to make sure there's decent kind of bits in between your stamping, just because you don't want kind of skinny bits of cardstock. It needs to kind of hold together. So this stamp has a coordinating die. I have already got a piece of washi tape on there, because it's kind of washi tape's key for this really. We're going to take our piece of vellum and layer it exactly over the top, because it's exact same size. It will layer up exactly like so. We're going to lay our die on as if we're going to die cut it, like so, and we're going to washi tape it on. Now that die is now washi taped, it's stuck to that piece of vellum, so I can take it off our stamped piece and onto the other piece of Whisper White, and we're going to run that through the Big Shot. So let me grab my Big Shot in and I will show exactly what I mean. Okay, so now I just need to line the vellum up with that piece of Whisper White, put it onto my Big Shot and run it through. Now I have got my magnetic base plate on here, just because that is the base plate that normally sits on my Big Shot. So I'm going to take that back out. And you will have also die cut the vellum, but that's alright, we don't mind that. It's a piece of vellum. You are going to sacrifice a piece of vellum every time you do this, but that's absolutely okay. So take the washi tape and the vellum out, so you've got your die again. Then just bring in your stamped piece, and we're going to layer that back up with the vellum in the correct orientation. So you can see that that vellum sits perfectly around that stamping. We'll do exactly the same. So get your die, I'll move it over a little bit, get your die line it up with the stamped area on your vellum. So I've got my cards up my vellum and then my die. I'm going to washi tape it on. I'm going to move that stamped piece out and bring that piece of Whisper White back in. You can line it back up with the original die cut as well, so you know that it's all going to be kind of coordinated together. And we're going to run it back through. And I like this technique. I think it's fun. It's simple. It's not complicated, but it looks amazing. So, one last one. Let me take that washi tape off again. I use the same piece of washi tape over and over and over again. And I don't know if you can spot this. This is retired. It's still Stampin' Up, but it's retired. And I keep rolls. I'm a bit of a bugger with washi tape. Excuse my language. I buy heaps of the stuff and it doesn't get used. It gets used for holding things onto my Big Shot. It does get used in my planner. I do use it in my planner quite a bit. But it really doesn't get used on crafty projects. I do probably need to do something about that. So we've got our last piece. We're going to line up that die again. Washi tape it on. Oh. Like so. Move that stamped piece out of the way because we don't want that die cutting. Bring the die cut piece back in. Get it all lined up. And we're going to run that back through the Big Shot. Okay, so you should now have your piece of vellum and your piece of Whisper White that have been die cut. You can get rid of that. That's, believe it or not, that's going in the bin. That's waste. I have nothing for you for that at the moment. Feel free to save it if you'd like. Then we've got our stamped piece and our die cut piece, and they should line up perfectly. Like that. So all we're going to do, really simple card to put together. I've got my card base in Bermuda Bay and I'm going to fast fuse the stamped piece onto my card base like that. This piece I am going to pop up onto dimensionals. So let's just, I might actually need to get some mini ones out this time because that top corner is a bit tight. Put one there. Okay, now before I stick this down, I just grab a mini dimensional. The mini ones are exactly the same. Oh, even that's a bit too big. Are exactly the same thickness as our standard height dimensionals, but they are that little bit thinner, smaller even. So I'm going to put one there as well, the other half. Now before I stick this down, I have got some of this Bermuda Bay shimmer ribbon. Now this ribbon comes in a 3-pack with the Calypso Coral that I've put here and some basic grey, and it is a free product during Sale-a-bration. So at the moment, from now until the end of March, we are celebrating Sale-a-bration, and that means that for every £45 you spend during that time, you get to choose a free item out of our special Sale-a-bration book. Now, I'm going to talk while I tie this ribbon in the hope that I might even be able to get it in a bow. So this ribbon is free when you spend £45 during that time. Now there are 2 other special products in the book that are £90 spends, so that we're calling them level 2 promotions. So you need to spend £90 to get them, and they are a set of dies that are just gorgeous and coordinate with another one of the stamp sets as well. And there's a stamp set too. It's not too bad for a bow I've tied on camera. I don't think that's too bad. I might just Oh, fail at snipping this bit of ribbon. This is the sort of ribbon that will fray as well, by the way. So you may, if you're giving this to somebody, you may want to take a lighter and just seal the ends with the flame. I am going to take a glue dot and I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm just going to put that underneath that bow just to hold it in the right place. That's better, isn't it? See, it does what it, there is method in my madness. So I'm going to take the backs off of the dimensionals, like so. And speaking of £45 spend, the bundle that I'm using today is somewhere, I have a funny feeling it's like £41. So if you grabbed the Petal Palette bundle, which is the stamps and the dies that I've used today, plus an ink pad, you would be over that £45 and you would get the fabulous free ribbon. So all we need to do now is line that up again for the final time and stick that down. Isn't that really pretty? We do need a sentiment. I have got one. I have already stamped and heat embossed in white from exactly the same stamp set, and I'm going to take a dimensional on each end, and this piece of cardstock's cut to 5.5 centimetres by 1.5 because that seems to fit these sentiments nicely, and it's the exact same width as our card base. And I'm just going to pop that straight across there like that, and that is my fabulous Make It Monday card project for you today. Thank you ever so much for joining me. As always, anything you've seen in my video can be found in my online store. Link is in the down bar below, or via my blog at StampinByHannah.co.uk. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.